Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a while. It's actually been a really long time. It's crazy to me. Because for me, it just feels like I don't even know anymore. You know? The topic of this stream is whether or not Del Potro is actually going to come back in 2022. But what's shocking to me is that I couldn't figure out logistically how to change the thumbnail to Del Potro. Alfred, what's up, man? Good to see you. Been a while. What you been up to? Also, do you think Del Potro will be back in 2022? A lot of things have resurfaced since then, so we're going to have to see. Let's see. Thanks, man. What you been up to? I haven't been doing a lot of these because I just feel like it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I've been doing a lot. I had the shittiest day today, so I've been trying to get back into this. But yeah. Just tired of. Good. I'm glad. At least someone's believing in him. I am too, but it's just annoying, you know. Just trying to make sure that everything's. I don't know. At this point, I'm just trying to make sure that people come into this live stream. But I'm glad you're here, Alfred. I really appreciate it. Ooh, that would be interesting. Can you imagine if Del Potro, if he was to win a tournament, I think it would have to be on clay just because of his body and how soft the ball's landing. I like that prediction. It's a very bold prediction, but I want to see him like do well in that sense, you know? Like everyone wants to see him get back to tennis. That's the whole point. I mean, everyone does. Everyone wants to see him. Everybody wants to see him do well. That's the idea, right? I think for a lot of people, it's hard to. I don't know. I feel like he's just the most likable tennis player out there, in my opinion. Like, he doesn't like running. Yeah, if you're that big and you have to compete against guys lasting like 3-hour matches, yeah, I would say I wouldn't like running. That's the funny part. Like, I actually want to bring this up again because I feel like we have to. Where's my window capture? I want to bring up highlights of Del Potro because I feel like we all just need to reminisce of how good this man was. Because for me, let's see. What else has he said in the press conferences? Because I feel like I haven't heard him speak in a very long time. But I also miss seeing him all the time. You know? Alfred, you have a lot of stamina. All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can set this up. Great, that's awesome. Remove. Yes. What do you have a lot of stamina for? Let's see, window capture. Like, thank you. Appreciate that. I just feel like, for me at least, it's always been the worst part about tennis for me. I think I'm getting a lot better at it, but I'm choosing one over the other. I never have that balance. And for people to constantly be for playing on clay, you need to have lungs of iron. I feel like that's a lot to ask for, you know? A lot of people don't like playing on clay just for that reason. Okay, I will get demonetized. Tennis HQ, probably demonetized. Polk Tennis. Let's watch this one. Just because. This is probably going to get demonetized anyways. So, fuck it. Let me see if I can plug in my headphones too. Yeet. Like, how can I? Yeah, you have to. Alfred, have you tried using like different apps and stuff like that? What have you been doing to like? What's a goal for you to improve on for tennis? Because I feel like that's something that you have to really look at. What's up, Hex? How are you, man? Good to see you. Alfred, chill out with that. Oh my god, if this stream would work, that would be great. Such a classic forehand from Delpo. Hold on, let me see if I can... Oh my god, that's delicious. Am I frozen for you guys? I feel like I am. Yeah, I'm frozen. What the shit? Why is that happening? Alright, I guess my computer's frozen. Nope, I didn't want that. Why is that happening? Like, you guys can hear me, right? You just can't see my face. My face is just... Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Just took a minute. Alright. Yeah, it's the hardest... it's just annoying. It's just annoying. Let me see. Go back to this. Oh, that's so loud for me. What a shot. So smooth with it, too. Like, he doesn't like doing that kind of stuff, but I apologize for the quality, though. Nice. He had a decent backhand, too. Like, a lot of people I felt like... Nice. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh. That's... Jesus. Oh, against Roger was this... This was 2009? Oh, I guess this was the year that Roger won, too. So... Whoa! Who donated? Alfred, thank you so much. Wow, thank you. Wow, you didn't have to do that, man. Thank you so much. Smash a racket. Not today. I will probably make another one. Ooh, great forehand. This is probably what he meant. Oh, that loading is insane. Thank you for the donation, Alfred. I appreciate that. Wow. I still can't believe he used K-Factor after all those years, too. Like, he never switched. He always used the same racket. Kept the same racket that he won the U.S. Open with against Federer. in his bag of all times. Like, he didn't even donate that to the museum. Oh, and Djokovic... Wow, Djokovic actually kicked... That's kind of fucked. Wow. Hex, what's new with you? Oh, no, not my all-time favorite moment where Federer's in the all-black. Look how, like, wide that shot is, too. You have to, like, to get their court coverage. That's incredible. Oh, my God, that forehand's gorgeous. That's insane. Like, that Federer forehand's pretty, but then you just see Delpo smack the crap out of that. That's just so perfectly placed, in my opinion. What year was this? Oh. He just takes 2 steps to the side and slaps. That's incredible. I remember... Oh. I missed that, Delpo. Alfred, you actually give me an idea for a next video that I'm doing next year. Next year, we have a lot of cool stuff coming up. Next year, we're going to be traveling a lot, so... Yes, Facundo. Yes, welcome back, bud. And poof! Jesus. That's so good. Facundo, do you think he'll come back next year? Wow. And Xavier's playing too. Let's go. I would love to know if you think he's going to come back next year. Because this is like the biggest topic right now for me, at least. Let's see. You can't show that on stream. Let's see. Like, do we think that well, I don't think Del Potro's ever going to win another Grand Slam, to be honest, just because of his physical state. But I think, for him at least, I wouldn't bow out the idea that he has another title in him. I definitely think he can win another title. No, he'll never... Facundo, I agree. I don't think he'll ever be that way again. I think everyone does. And I don't think Schwartzman could ever try to, like, bring him back. Or not bring him back, but I don't ever think Schwartzman has that same level of lovability. I think he does. Actually, I take that back. Schwartzman and Delpo are probably two guys that everybody loved on tour, but hates to play. Delpo just had a lot more success against the big three versus Schwartzman. Yeah, that made sense. There we go. Just gonna move that camera. 2018, he was God. Yeah, you're not wrong. I felt like for him, at least, could have been. Do we think, like, what was his best year? What do we think Delpo's best year was of his career? Was that 2009? Do we think Delpo's best year was 2009? I know in 2018 he was really, really good, but do we think that he could be... Why is Andreescu taking time off? Because she's doing it for mental health reasons. She's doing it to kind of reset herself. Which is, I think, great for her. I think great, especially for her trying to figure out what she wants to do next. What the? I don't like this. I don't like this. I need a better chair. I need a better chair. Oh, interesting. Do we think... I'm going to put that in the chat. That's a great question, Facundo. I don't even know if I spelled his name right, Facundo, so we'll see. I put a poll in the chat, and I want to ask you guys and get your idea. Do we think Del Potro is more popular than Nalbandian right now? Honestly, I think he is. Just because he won the Davis Cup and a Grand Slam title. For me, that's incredible. You know? Let's watch this one. For me, it's just unbelievable what he's accomplished. Because I remember when Argentina won the Davis Cup, it was like they won the World Cup. They just took so much pride in it, and compared to whatchamacallit, Nalbandian, who had a great career, but you forget Nalbandian also kicked an umpire. That was not impressive. Wow, I hate... Wow, Federer really challenged that. Sorry about the quality. Delpo backhand, running forehand. Holy crap. That's incredible. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Delpo's forehand, I don't... Like, Raonic, I don't think ever had the Delpo fire. I'm trying to think of who others' forehand has that kind of, like, pop on it. Kyrgios could never, even though he has a good forehand. Federer never had that power. Of course, Facundo, I definitely think that as well. Like, you just can't beat that kind of forehand. Like, that running forehand is just freaking insane. Just open stance, 3-step, pow. Like, I don't understand how you beat that. Like, you would think it would be so easy for the guy being so massive, right? That's always the first thing you think of as a coach or as a junior player. You're like, this guy's big. We just got to move him a lot. But then you give him balls like that, and his forehand's just insane. No, Roddick was more known for the serve. Wow. Just such, like, if you're looking for open stance rockets, like, come on, Delpo's has to be on top of that list. Rafa has more spin, but I think in terms of, like, sheer power, Delpo probably had like, it looks just so flat, but it's just so powerful at the same time. I forgot about this match. Alcaraz, no. Not yet, at least. It's going to take a while to get there. I say so. I definitely think... That's a good question, Patrick. I definitely think players are using the open stance a lot more. I think it's definitely the best forehand you can hit in terms of a transition forehand. Greatest simple loof. I definitely agree. Cobra, great point. What it wasn't though his. It was his wrist. It wasn't necessarily like you would think with that kind of forehand, your shoulder would go first, right? Oh my God, Robert Soderling made the tour finals. I forgot about that. Roddick backhand was poor, but his serve was what he was known for, not his forehand. Like, if you can name me one player that hit harder than Del Potro on his forehand, I'd be shocked. Like, look at that. For a big guy, that guy's running down side to side. Like, come on. Crew socks are no-show socks, crew socks. In tennis, you never wear low-cut socks. As a man, I feel like you can never pull off. Thank you for the like, whoever just liked the video. Appreciate everyone staying in here in this chat. Really appreciate the donation. Alfred, that means a lot to me. Please feel free to hit that like button. And if you want to stick around even longer, please feel free to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on. Let's try to get this video to 5 likes. For what color? White socks or black socks? I don't think any man I know. It was like a tomahawk. Yeah. I don't think. Oh, jeez. I don't think anyone could pull off no socks. I personally do not like wearing low cut socks. I think they give no support. That's a lot to say, but it also depends on the socks. Oh, Gonzalez. Ooh. Who has a bigger forehand, Gonzalez or Delpo? Depends on the generation, you ask. Like, that forehand's just incredible. Boom. Open stance. Goes to the backhand. Open stance again. Like, it's not even close, too, when he goes cross-court on that. Can you imagine? Whose was bigger? That's and Djokovic is dead. Is that the one where he smashed his racket? Gonzalez is a really good shout, guys. That's a great comparison. But I don't think anyone in this generation... Like, we can go back and talk about, Oh, who was, It wasn't Fernandez. It might have been Gonzalez that I'm thinking of, but... Wow, good return. Like, his movement was good for a big guy. That's incredible. My God, that's insane. Like, that was the first close stance forehand I've seen him hit today. In these videos. And just slaps the crap out of it. What happens when a player loses tiebreak and then loses the next set at love? I don't think anyone can really answer that question, Patrick. I think that's a very interesting point. I also think it's very demoralizing. So when that happens, it kind of goes out the window. At least in my opinion. It just also depends on the person. Imagine hitting a forehand this big on clay. It's just impossible to get back. It's all about how you recover from that kind of situation, Patrick. Definitely think it could be a lot better in terms of mentally recovering. I think that's the biggest key for that. 5 Cobra. I think if we were to take injuries out of the equation, Delpo probably could have won 5 slams if he stayed healthy. It's like asking what athlete would have been the greatest of all time if they never had injuries. It's so hard to say. Like, if Rafa never got hurt, if Federer never got hurt, if Federer won the 2009 U.S. Open too, like, where would Delpo's career be? Where would Federer's career be? Like, we saw that outlier when Soderling beat Rafa and he made the finals and Federer beat him and won his first French Open title. Like, I feel that there's so many different outcomes in tennis history with these types of questions. Like, if Monica Seles didn't get stabbed, if Jennifer Capriati didn't go down the path that she did when she was young, like, how many slams would they have won? I think that's a great question to ask as well. Wow, that guy... How do you go up the line from that close? Alcaraz the next GOAT, not Karatsev. Wow, that forehand is massive. Nobaldian was like a silent assassin, in my opinion. You know? I remember him in the old video games. I remember him in Topspin. I remember him in one of the original tennis ones as well. Like, he was always in those video games, and he was always known as the backhand player. What is happening downstairs in my kitchen? Like, for me, yeah, 6 votes, 83% said Delpo was better. Well, more popular in Argentina. And there's a reason for that. I just think everyone considered him to be a giant teddy bear. I remember I was told a story about him. A coworker told me that his friend got in an elevator with Del Potro, and he just looked up and Delpo smiled at him and said hi. Like, that kind of vibe that a player puts out is so hard to match in today's game. I feel like everyone... There are only a few that you feel like you can vibe with or relax with, and I think Delpo was one of those guys where you could just relax while he just was an assassin on court. You know? What is happening on my computer? You guys are seeing my entire computer almost combust into flames. Hold on 1 second. Let's change this back, because I need to figure this out. There we go. Gotta wait for it to load. What do we think our predictions for next year are going to be in the ATP? Yeah, I think that's what people remember Nobaldian from. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's his moment that everyone kind of remembered more than his titles. And the fact that he beat the big 3/4 in the same tournament. He's the only one to do it ever in one tournament. I think that's crazy. That I think is his kind of claim to fame. Besides being one of the best Argentinian tennis players of all time. Let's see, what else? Cliff Drysdale. No. 2 U.S. Open finals, not bad. That's also true. I always forget that, Josh. Thank you for bringing that up. I feel like that's a very good one. Oh, this is a really good one. I want to see this from Carew. Carew, if you guys aren't checking this guy out. I mean, I want to see how he did it. Almost looks the exact same in the photo. That's crazy to me. Guys, we're 1 like away from hitting our goal. We need 5 likes. Let's see. I agree. Patrick. Wow. I'll put the closed captions on. Because I think... Okay, I just want to see him do it. $40,000 views, dude. Let's go. Wow, that loop's insane. Wow, that's actually nice. That's so smooth, too. Wow. If we, yeah. That's actually quite incredible. The fact that Federer changed his forehand almost entirely. Because he has a really good point that Federer's forehand went from a bigger loop to a very condensed and very technically perfect forehand execution. Was that even English? Like, you see Federer's... Yeah, it just got shorter. That's unbelievable. Look how wide that is. I was... Yeah. Yeah. I need to... Yeah. This is incredible. Like, that, just starting that high, I was never taught. Like, this position right here, I was never taught this. I was taught, and now that I'm coaching, I understand why we did this too. When I first started, my racket was so close to my knee when it came to creating topspin because I wanted to hit up on the ball. But it also blows my mind that I'm seeing this now. The unit turn that I had was not this at all. And this is not anything to do with Delpo's forehand, but for me, this right here, starting this high blows my mind. I never got it as a kid, but I totally understand it now. Patrick, he was, but it was also more of a. He still had a complete game. He was the original kind of. He was the first to kind of mimic Pete Sampras's game in the way that we compared him when he first came onto the scene, and then we compared Dimitrov to Federer with that same technique. But it's still baffling how he went this far and changed that much to not have that much power again. Because Federer was never overpowering people, he just played so effortlessly and so efficiently. Open stance. Open stance. Wow, his elbow's so far back. I just want to point out, you can, like, for my backhand, I'm relating this to my backhand because the way Wawrinka takes his backhand all the way up with his grip here and brings it down, I feel like I relate Delpo's forehand in that sense to Wawrinka's backhand if I was to compare the two, just because of the loop and keeping that racket up and then bringing it down. That's how I see it, and that's how I kind of compare it. But let's see what else he has to say. Because this is also him correcting his forehand in a way. Oh, so he doesn't want to bring up the racket above his head. Thomas, depends on the shoes. Like, if I wear black shoes, I'm wearing black socks. If I'm wearing white shoes, I'm wearing white socks. But if I have a mixture of colors, like the Nike black socks with the Nike logo on it, the Nike court logo on it with the blue, red, gold, I'd say I wear those with white shoes as well. It also depends on what you're styling it with. That's just a whole nother topic I could get into. I said, oh, yes. This is what we're here for, baby. Oh, my God. Look how big this is. Look how high this racket has to be at least 7 feet tall, the way he's bringing this around. It has to be. Oh, my. It's that big? Because look how high that is. Ball's barely bouncing. That's insane. He's going. His chest has not moved. Look at that. His chest is still facing right. His legs haven't moved. But he's still rotating his racket through. Look at... Oh. Patrick, I see why whoever said in the chat that his wrist was doing... That could be a part of his injury. I understand why you said that now. Look how far he's bringing that. Oh my God. And then just launch. It's so flat. It's so good. That's incredible. Wow. You're right, Hex. It's nuts. Thomas, can you shoot me an email about that, or check out my Instagram and DM me there, rather than put that in the chat? That'd be huge, dude. Thank you. Love to connect, so feel free. That's crazy. That's incredible. That's actually incredible. That's fantastic. Alright, guys. I'm going to take off. I got to finish the rest of my Saturday night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Really does mean a lot, all of you coming into this chat. I know I'm trying to do more live streams, but keep them shorter. Just because I think, for me at least, it's hard to just sit here for a couple hours. I think he put tape under his wristband. He did. I totally saw that it was bulging. But thank you again for tuning into this live stream. Please make sure you leave a like on this video to share it with other people. Thank you to Karu and every content creator that we saw today for letting us watch those awesome videos about Del Potro. Also, if you guys want to become members and see more behind the scenes that I haven't released to the public, and more content that I don't post on my channel as often, but it's just exclusively for members, make sure to go check that out as well. And I hope everyone has a great rest of the night. Enjoy your weekend, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks, guys.